this year, the way that some of our feast days line up with Sundays, and therefore they take the place of our Sunday celebrations. We had the Feast of the Presentation in February, we had the Exaltation of the Holy Cross in September, and here in November we have the Feast of the Dedication of the Lateran Basilica in Rome. And on the one hand, it sounds like a silly feast day to celebrate, or a silly thing to celebrate the dedication of a particular church, but the reality is the Lateran Basilica is not only, I mean, it's the mother church of the whole church, right? It's the, the first church that's established by Constantine after he legalizes Christianity, and also becomes the Cathedral of Rome, and therefore it is the church of the Bishop of Rome. It is the church of the Pope. So in some ways, it is home for the entire church throughout the whole world, as the Pope is the head of the church. So we celebrate the dedication of that church, and not just because it's a building, but because it's a sign of God's triumph over the enemy of sin in the world, and also the way that His grace continues to flow from particular places throughout the world. And our readings, highlight the places where He has, bestowed His grace in a particular way through the temple, and this mystical vision of Ezekiel looking forward to the time when God's grace would flow so freely from the temple that is Jesus Himself, the temple that is the churches throughout the world with God's presence, and the temple that is our very selves as well. And that's kind of the beautiful thing, in the sacraments that we celebrate in the churches throughout the world, you have God's heart beat for us, in the baptisms, in the Eucharist, and in the way that we receive Him and become vessels for, His lifeblood to flow out into the world. And that's really so much of what we celebrate today. Not to mention, you could highlight the image of Christ the bridegroom and the church as His bride, and you can highlight just the way that He spent His life, and again, His lifeblood flowing from His side through the sacraments into us and out into the world. But the unique image for me, this particular celebration, is that heartbeat of Christ, at the altar, in the sanctuary as we celebrate the Eucharist, and pressing His saving grace and mercy, His lifeblood, spiritually speaking, through us and out into the world. Beautiful image for us to reflect upon as we celebrate today the feast of the dedication of the Lateran Basilica.